All right, y'all. So y'all know about the murder that killed some kids and shot like 19 people in Stockton, California. This is the beef that led up to that. So I don't know nothing about the beef. We about to learn about this together. Oh my goodness, it's so crazy. I'm about to go get my thunk and my grab leaf. Do your homework on grab leaf. That's all I smoke. That's all I roll. That's all I flame up. That's all I get. You feel me? I'm finna go get that. I'm gonna let the video play and we gonna watch it together. I'm gonna be rolling up while it's going on.
You're supposed to do when your ops are out here committing war crimes.
This tragic news out of Stockton tonight where a child's birthday party turned deadly. 4 people are confirmed dead, 10 others injured after shooting at an ice cream shop.
It's a completely unprecedented news. We received word that rappers MBNEL and Dougy were ambushed at a child birthday party last night and were apparently victims in a wild mass shooting that resulted in several children and adults getting senselessly slaughtered. Over 19 people are injured and so far 4 are confirmed dead, which has become nationwide news overnight, shedding light on one of the most active rap scenes in North America. Many people might wonder what could have made ops this mad to really pull up and air out an infant's birthday party to try to murk their ops. But when you look at the history of gang violence in this area and the beef that MBNEL had with some of the most known rappers in the California scene like EBK Jabo, you can see that this is just the latest casualty in the ongoing gang war between multiple homicidal gangs in the Stockton rap scene. So today, we gotta get into the deadly beast in the Stockton scene that led up to this brutal shooting. And we're gonna get into it right now. But before we do, I'm gonna need you to do this for me, man. Run this video up. We on the road to 50K subscribers right now. If you're watching this, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so whenever I post a tune right away. I got some merch, link in the description at staysafeworld.com. And don't air out a whole party. Understand how things got this crazy with some creative player crash outs, had to pull up and air out a whole party for a kid. You gotta understand how unhinged 2 of the main gangs in the area are between EBK and Fly Boys, aka Mud Boys. The Northern California drill scene is where serial killers go to make music. Imagine getting killed by a nigga and your diss track only gets 100K views. This is real life. The Stockton, California rap scene is the closest thing to giving Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, or Richard Ramirez a mic. Some of the hardest between 2 gangs could get this far. You gotta MB most arrest whoever EBK had played a Jabo or this game forgotten. You gotta click base side of the south.
What the fuck just happened, bro? Damn.
Get into this right. SafeWorld.shouts had to pull up and air out a whole party for a kid. You gotta understand how unhinged 2 of the main gangs in the area are between EBK and Fly Boys, aka Mud Boys. The Northern California drill scene is where serial killers go to make music. Imagine getting killed by a nigga. Is the coolest beats that have ever been made. This city's not even top 10 in state population, but it's been #1 for the whole state in murder since 2010. While there's little hope in the armpit of California, somehow, someway, in the midst of the violence,
have released new images of suspects from a homicide investigation accused of murder.
The death and the destruction, fans became captivated with one group that made waves all throughout the state, EBK, a clique of Nightingale Bloods from Southeast Stockton that is home to legends in the California drill scene like Young Slobe, EBK Young Jock, and the face of California rap right now, EBK Jabo. Jabo was supposed to have a breakout year, being featured on NBA YoungBoy's tour and becoming the first XXL freshman to record his cypher in jail. It was supposed to be a movie. However, the streets would catch up and ruin his motion altogether. This group literally took its name to heart and is allegedly responsible for putting belt to ass against the whole city and has come with consequences. To make it out of a place like Stockton is not easy. From facing one of the largest gang takedowns in California history,
I can tell you that this gang takedown that they just had
is... It's crazy because I'm really just starting to hear about Stockton. Like, on God, like I heard about it before, but like as far as like what's going on and it's cracking like this, I ain't heard nothing about it until like
not only helping to prevent crimes that are just about to happen, but it's also helping to solve the ones that already occurred. Now you mentioned it, what they took off the streets. So let me show you, and you can see them right there. 58 guns. 10 of them assault rifles, another 12 of those were ghost guns.
Members like Slobe and EBK Osama getting gunned down, to alleged shooters like EBK Lil Play fighting life for taking out one of the next big rappers in the city. The story behind the war in Stockton is one of the craziest that I've ever seen in America. Stockton, California is the forgotten city of California. Tucked in the San Joaquin Valley, it was once an essential place for farming and workers looking for places to live so they could commute to close by cities of Sacramento or the Bay Area. However, the 2008 housing crisis hit this city hard like like many cities in inland California. Many became victims of predatory loans and the eventual foreclosures, which left poverty to run rampant. With people unable to pay taxes to the local government, even the city of Stockton was forced to go bankrupt in 2012 after running a deficit of $26 million. Like, bro, imagine being broke and you living in the literal brokest major city in America. It's not
so Stockton is, for everybody, it's 49 minutes away from Sacramento. So it's pretty much the suburbs of Sacramento. And it's close to San Fran, too. Which I didn't necessarily realize all this shit was close like that. San Francisco to Stockton. San Francisco to Stockton is 1:25. So it's pretty much just like a suburb, basically.
And this abject poverty affected Black and Latino communities the most, and this led to many people joining gangs to survive and try to run up some bread when legal avenues ran out. One of these gangs was EBK, a mostly blood clique based out of the southeast of the city on 2100 Nightingale Avenue. Their most notable members, who we got to talk about today, is EBK Jabo, aka The Face,
is he locked up for murder?
Gone and Not Forgotten, and EBK Lil Play, another rapper who had potential but might lose his freedom to a beef with another clique with deep ties in the music scene that we're going to get into in the next chapter that most likely played a clear role in the shooting that happened last night. However, to understand how a war between two gangs could get this far, you gotta understand the tragic life of EBK Jabo and how the Mud Boys / Flyboy Crips that MBNEL had associated with had played a tragic role in this. As the youngest and allegedly most reckless member of EBK Jabo or Jamani Gorman pretty much had to learn how to be in the streets at a young age from the environment around him. From shootouts at school when he was a freshman to getting arrested with multiple gun charges. It seems like it all went downhill though in 2015 when his dad was killed in broad daylight by other teenagers.
Stockton father's murder, and they want to know why he was targeted.
Who's gonna
dad
take
got killed by
responsibility
teenagers
for the loss? You know.
Did they? Okay, now my next question is this.
Just gotta wait it out.
My next question is this: did they kill him because of who his son was? Or did they kill him because he was gangbanging and he was in the streets, and he was a Crip, and he was, you feel me? Because that's two different types of crazy. Like, if they killed this grown man because his son was out here tweaking, that's crazy to me. If they killed him just because he was in the streets, he was a blood or a Crip, and he was doing this, doing that, that make more sense. But
Until it hopefully passes, but it's not.
We've learned the 16-year-old suspect in this case was already in juvenile hall.
But he was temporarily
he was already locked up in juvie.
Free on a weekend pass. KCRA3's Kathy Park is finding out why.
Pamela Black lost her son James Gorman in a shooting Sunday inside his car at Hammer Lane in Lanark in Stockton.
For someone to kill him behind a pair of shoes is devastating.
Oh, so is this why the beef? Because I heard they said in the last video I just watched, they said the beef started over some shoes. So did they kill Jabo's dad over some shoes, and that's what made them like go to war, basically?
Police say Gorman's sons were robbed in the morning. Later, Gorman went looking for the suspects and ended up getting shot and killed. Police say the gunman is just 16 years old and was already in juvenile hall.
January 5th.
Okay, so they just explained it. So Jabo probably got robbed for some shoes. It sounded like. Came home, told his dad, like any kid would. Dad probably felt like motherfuckers had him fucked up. So he went out looking for the kids that robbed him, knowing where they was from or knowing who they was. And he ended up getting killed while he was trying to get his son. That's fucked up. That's messed up, though. That's crazy shit.
2015 would be a day that Jabo remembers forever, as his life would change in a matter of seconds. What started as a chill day in the park with his family turned hectic when two masked teenagers pulled a gun on them and robbed them of their shoes and cash. When Jabo and his siblings would come home with all their items missing, his dad would go out and look for them to get their items back. Unfortunately, that would be the last time he was seen. Stockton police said they responded to a call of shots fired near Dalewood and Stockton. A short time later, they found a 30-year-old clinging to life inside of a Porsche at the intersection of Hammer Lane and Lane Arc. Police say James Gorman, aka R. Rari, later died at an area hospital. This death definitely had an effect on Jabo because pretty much from that point on, he would be in and out of jail every year. However, his dad was
at that point, he probably like, okay, fuck it. Like, y'all killed my dad when he was trying to get my shoes back. Whoop, bet. So it's like, at that point, a nigga feel like he ain't got nothing to lose. So hell yeah, he finna be going to jail because now he don't give a fuck no more. All fucks that he had to give are gone and out the window. Do your homework. Them bitches ran away. All the fucks he had to give ran away, bro. Bro grave. Like, now he just outside toting. He ready to shoot some, pop some, kill some, spin some, twirl some on bro grave. Like, and, you know, I'm gonna play the video in a sec, but like on bro grave, like one thing I learned about life is like, man, you just gotta let a lot of shit slide, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let a lot of shit. If your son get killed, you robbed in the park, and maybe it's time to move. But unless you ready to go to jail, die, or kill, ain't no reason for you to be trying to, like, it's not 1979. You feel me? Like, it ain't like, oh, so them boys up the street was fighting with my son, bullying my son. I'm finna go show them something. Like, them 14-year-old little boys will shoot you in your shit nowadays, bro. Like, in the 70s and the 80s and shit, you probably pull up, you make your son fight, everybody crowd around, one-on-one fight, whoever win, get the shoes, whoever lose, go home, whatever the case is. And that's the end of it. In 2025 or the 2020s, this motherfucker gonna smoke your, you know, you feel me though? Like in real life though. So it's like, sometimes you just gotta make that police report. You know what I'm saying? FBI, open up! Take your L and buy some new shoes, bro. Real deal. Because I guarantee you, if you ask EBK Jabo right now, like, hey, would you have rather just took the L and your dad still be here? Or would you rather the shit go the same way how it went? I'm sure he'll say like, I'd rather just got robbed for the shoes and my dad still be here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it don't make you a bitch just because you know how to take your L and move on. You just got to be able to measure, like, is it worth it? I could potentially die going to get these shoes back. Is it worth it, or should I just go grab some more shoes? You feel me?
And
but it's easier said than done.
He would take rapping serious as a way to get out of the situation. At the same time, though, it seemed like the rap beef with another clique from the Stockton area would catapult his career, but would have him lose many to the streets, which we gotta talk about in the next chapter. While EBK was becoming the face of Stockton rap, there were other cliques from the South that were also coming up in the rap scene, some of which even had close ties to members of EBK. One of those cliques was home to rapper MBNEL. MBNEL, originally born to Filipino immigrants in the South Stockton area in the 8th Street section, became active in the streets from birth, having relatives who were banging Asian Crip gangs. With no opportunities present at the time, he and his homies started gangbanging as a means to survive and created their own clique called Mud Boys. MBNEL has close ties to another infamous Crip set in the area called Fly Boys, with most notable rappers Jay Black, who was the original face of their side before his unfortunate passing, and Bands, who's the current face, who pretty much dropped the most incriminating no jumper interview ever.
On my face?
Yep. I'm about to say I seen that interview.
Trophy. Oh, on the other side, yeah.
What did that say?
2,900K.
What is it? What is the top?
Above that, it's got a W.
With what in it?
It's like a W with bullet holes.
How many?
3.
Okay. Nigga. They talking about.
And was arrested shortly after for a wild murder.
What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? FBI, open up! You got on No Jumper explaining your tattoo about how you killed somebody and got it tatted on you. Explain this shit on a public platform, and then said, glad, yeah, what you talking about, nigga? Yeah. And then got locked up for the murder, and everybody act like they surprised.
The Fly Boys and EBK members from 2100 Nightingale were pretty close. The older members had a shared history, so at one point back in the day, these two sides were just...
You ever had one of them days where everything seems to go wrong? I mean, you're just trying to grab a cup of coffee and BAM! You're tangled in a pile of boxes because the shelf was broken. And just like that, I realized sometimes accidents at work are more than just funny stories. They can actually change everything. Trying to handle a workplace injury on your own? It's like trying to fix the broken shelf yourself. More chaos, more headaches, and it's no guarantee that you'll get what you deserve. You got paperwork, insurance calls, and someone always telling you to wait. It's enough to make you wish you had a secret weapon. But here's the thing, there's a team of people that fights for people just like you. For over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has been winning cases when everybody else said it couldn't be done. In Florida, someone got $12 million after a work accident, even though the insurance was ready to offer just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a worker was awarded $26 million, which was 40 times the initial offer. These are not just numbers. They're real victories for real people All thanks to the team that fights hard for justice. More than 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, like a legal squad ready to jump into action. Yeah. They've recovered over $25 billion for clients. And they have a long history of helping workers get what they're owed. Because when you're injured at work, you shouldn't have to go at it alone. You can just click the link below or the QR code that's on your screen. No endless waits or confusing forms. Just a quick way to start protecting your rights today. So if you had an accident on the job, do not risk doing it alone. You can check out Morgan & Morgan, because even in the toughest workplace accidents, a strong team makes all the difference. And trust me, there's a reason why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's because they fight for the people just like you.
From Mariposa to H, bro, just break down a little history, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let my brother do it.
Well, basically, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah,
Papa Fly ain't here, cuz I'm gonna let Cuz do it.
Like I said, like Brett said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it was all one. We niggas be out there getting money, all this shit. You feel me? And then, like you said, like, you know, like how shit happens. The older niggas go to jail. You know, niggas disappear. The structure get lost. You feel me? So, and then that's when it just picks up from there. It could be anybody. It could be a little 14-year-old nigga. He done did this and that. Now he the one making the shots, and then he'll have all these niggas under him.
Really?
Yeah, like
it was actually like that. Like 14-year-old kid kills a couple people, and then all of a sudden everybody else like answer to him.
Killed a couple people.
However, a 2021
bro. Why you think these niggas be so thirsty to shoot their gun and kill somebody, bro? Because it's like, as soon as you kill somebody, you go back to the hood. You got 13 niggas who ain't trying to kill nobody, who scared of whatever the case is. Like, oh, he catch bodies for real. Oh yeah, okay. So we gonna listen to him. You feel me? And then that let these little niggas feel like they running shit, or like they got some type of sense of power, or niggas scared of them now, or like everybody love them because you killed the biggest op now, and like, you feel me? It's weird, but it's true though.
Shooting of a beloved Fly Boys member who had ties to Nightingale would apparently launch an all-out war that would claim the lives of many. It would apparently kick off with the death of beloved member Jay Jonah on January 15, 2021. Stockton police responded to a report at 5:36 p.m. of Thursday shots fired in the area of the 7th Street and Nightingale Avenue. When officers arrived, they located a crime scene and learned a gunshot victim was transported to a hospital by a private party. The 20-year-old victim died a short time later at the hospital. This marked a major split within both groups, as EBK Jabo would go on to diss JJ on many records, most notably on the song Casualty with Lil Rye, where he'd say, Mr. Fly K, since 17, I've been on them niggas. Or mix Jay Jonah with a black, that's real Zaza. Yeah, it's safe to say, if you're dissing like this, the smoke is too real, and this is just more than rap. At the same time, that first bar kind of implicates that it had something to do with possibly the shooting with his dad or him finding out. While all of EBK's careers would go up sometime in the early 2020s, they would take a huge loss just the next year when their second biggest rapper, who was holding it down while EBK Jabo was in jail, would die in a crazy shooting in a small city outside of Stockton, which we got to talk about in chapter 3, the death of Slobe. So we would talk about how the Stockton rap scene was like a crab in a barrel mentality, saying anytime they had some good shit going, someone going to go and try to fuck it up. It's wild because just days before he died, he would drop one of his best songs, Don't Come to My Funeral, almost predicting his death, because just 2 days after shooting that, a tragedy would go down.
That's why I don't
was
talk
another
about,
casualty of the war.
I don't like talking about death. I don't like talking about, you know, funeral or none of that shit when it comes to me talking about myself. Like, why the fuck would I do that? Why I'm sitting here talking? That's just dumb to me, folks. Like, I ain't, cause it's so many rappers who drop the song, drop the diss song, or drop the song talking about at your funeral, and you feel me, and then got killed a few days later. Like, that's not no coincidence, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say either. Like, that is not no damn coincidence, bro. You feel me? That shit is like, it's real power in what you say, and like, you know, real deal, bro.
Officers have responded at 8:17 a.m. to 176 Trevino Ave on reports of a possible shooting at an apartment complex. Witnesses saw Slobe ambushed at his complex and started to bleed out on the ground. They also identified a black Mercedes sedan as the supposed culprit, but police have never been able to find the culprit. However, fast forward a year later, and a rising rapper from the Fly Boys named Jake Black, who is slowly making a name for herself, become the next victim, and many people wondering if these two situations were related. However, in less than a year later, the trophy from Fly Boys would meet a similar fate after making songs dissing the dead, which we'll get into in chapter 4. The death of Jay Black. Jay Black was a rapper associated with the Fly Boys Crip set in South Stockton. And
so I think that the Fly Boys and the Mud Boys are cool with each other, and MBNEL is with the Mud Boys. So I think MB and the Fly Boys is EBK Jabo's ops, right? Am I following this shit correctly, man? You guys gotta let me know, dude. Okay.
I said before, they had numerous issues with members of EBK. Many felt that they had been responsible, especially because several members have died from there, such as Flyboy Lil Lost. This wouldn't stop Flyboy members from trolling EBK, even dropping songs dissing him, calling him young slow feed. Keep in mind too, MBNEL had close ties to the Flyboys, so this tied him into it too. It's safe to say that they wanted people to think that it was their work regardless if they did it or not. Unfortunately for their biggest rapper though, Jay Black, this all caught up to him in the worst way possible when he himself would be gunned down by several EBK members, one of which was a rapper close to EBK Jabo named EBK Lil Play.
Deadly shooting 1 year ago. Derek Gordon was taken into custody in Las Vegas in connection with the deaths of Andrea Jones and Jacob Haywood.
Why do niggas from California always catch a body and then run to Las Vegas like that's gonna do something? Like, nigga, you 5 minutes away. What the fuck?
The pair were killed in March of last year near South Airport Way and 8th Street. Two others, 18-year-old Io Sawaya Satwa and 16-year-old boy.
Sound like it too. Io Sawaya Satwa. Yeah, it sound like he did it. Look like it too. Do your homework.
Already arrested in connection with the murder.
In March of 2023, J-Back and 25-year-old Andrea Jones were posted up at a convenience store at 2100 South Airport around 6:30 p.m. when several masked men pulled up and shots rang out. Andrea was hit and so was Jay Black, aka Jacob Hayward Thomas. Unfortunately, Jacob Hayward Thomas would not survive. Footage from the scene would show police trying to resuscitate him, but unfortunately, they would both die right there. Police had a crazy double murder on their hands, so they made sure to use all their resources to try to figure out, and in doing so, they would find a member of EBK responsible, which would end up just continuing this already crazy beef. To say that MBNEL had a crazy beef with EBK to worry about, and even beef with other Asian Crips. He would almost be killed in a crazy shooting incident with another Asian Crip where he was shot at over 22 times, as well as having many documented instances getting robbed or jumped in Stockton. But nothing would compare.
California and New York are the only two places where I've seen real Asians. I'm talking about real Asians. Mama Asian, daddy Asian. Mama from another country, daddy from another fucking country. Do your homework. New York and LA, New York and California, the only two places in the world I ever seen these niggas come to America, get 1,010,000 tattoos, start banging Crips, and kill and be into it with a bunch of niggas. What? Oh my God. What is going on here? Oh, arigato.
To what would go down yesterday in a mass shooting that killed literal multiple kids.
Officials investigating a deadly mass shooting, killing at least 4 people and injuring 10 others during a party in Stockton, California.
They have 4 victims. We might want to get some more resources.
Now, and this what I had said in my last video I just reacted to about this. Like, if y'all know y'all in this crazy ass, over the top, deadly, blood-shedding war, why in the living fuck do y'all got y'all kids at a party in the middle of the city where everybody know where y'all at? Y'all got all the guys, all the members with y'all in the party. Now, do I think it's overly bogus for y'all to come shoot up a party? I think it's bogus. I think it's scary. And I think you a weirdo if you come to a fucking 6-year-old's birthday party and spray the crowd up, kill 4 kids, 3 kids, and a 21-year-old, don't kill none of your ops, and then get on Instagram bragging about the shit. I think that's the most insane, craziest, evilest shit you could ever hear about in your life, folks. But I also think that all the niggas in there with their kids, you knew that these niggas was crazy when you went in there. You knew you was in the middle of a war when you went in there. And you knew that these kids was innocent and ain't have shit to do with your war. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and I don't know if y'all ever noticed, it's always like that. Anytime a house or a car or a party or something like that, any type of crowd gets shot up, they always kill a bunch of people that's innocent. You ever noticed that? They don't. It's very, 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 very rare that you hear about a crowd getting shot up and they actually kill who they want to kill. Because who they want to kill is only 3 people. It's 500 people in this motherfucking crowd. So you shoot the crowd up, through the 3 people who hear the shots, they duck. You kill everybody else. It's like you just shot this shit up and ain't killed nobody, bro. None of the ops that you still got. You woke up with the same problems you went to sleep with. You hear me? Like, if you in a war, if it's somebody who trying to kill you every single day and you go kill them, that make perfect sense to me. It's a war. Like, it's not right. It's a fucked up situation, but logically it makes sense to me. Like, I'm gonna go do something to him before he do something to me, because he been trying to kill me every day for 6 months straight. He been sliding on my block every day. I see him right here. I'm finna do his ass dirty. I get that. It make logical sense to me. But for you to shoot up a crowd at a 6-year-old birthday, you look through that mirror and you seen a bunch of them little ass kids, bro. It wasn't like they was 16, 15. They kind of looked like members from these little kids is 3 feet tall, 2 feet tall. They 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, bro. You shot the crowd up. Okay, yeah, you killed the kids. You didn't accomplish nothing though, bro. The people who want you dead are still alive and still trying to get you. Now they have an even bigger reason to get your ass out of here. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's just weird to me how a nigga could do this and then get on Instagram and condone it and be proud of it. Like, yeah, we real gangsters. We don't care. We shoot up kids' birthdays. Like, nigga, what?
Say they received reports of shots fired around 6 p.m. Saturday at a banquet hall. First responders rushing to the scene where at least 14 people, including children, were shot and taken to local hospitals. Witnesses say they heard several rounds of gunshots.
There was 3 sets of gunfire that wasn't really too concerned about it, but then the next 2 sets came, and then all of a sudden there was all these police were here.
Investigators say they believe this was a targeted incident and the suspect remains at large.
Our #1 priority is ensuring that we find that suspect and hold them accountable.
The Central Valley community now reeling amidst the gun violence.
This is Thanksgiving weekend. This is when families come together, celebrate, share memories, give each other love.
The shooting occurred just before 6 p.m. in northern part of the city, according to the sheriff's office. The banquet hall, which shares a parking lot with several businesses, including a Dairy Queen, was hosting a family celebration that investigators were told was a birthday party for a young child, with over 100 to 150 people in attendance, police said. Stockton is about 40 miles south of Sacramento. Children and adults were among those shot, according to
why not drive to Sacramento and go to the suburbs over there and have a private party at an Airbnb or something, if you know you in the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like, and these be niggas, like, California, one of them places where, like, it ain't like Chicago where, like, all these niggas is broke. Like, a lot of these, they broke, but they got some money, though. Like, these niggas is riding BMWs and shit. That ain't happening in Chicago. You feel me? We in Chicago, motherfucker, broke to the joke. Listen, especially on the south side, the east side, them niggas ain't got nobody. You feel me? Them niggas ain't never seen no Rolexes and all that shit is cap. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you. Niggas is not riding around Chicago getting no real money like Atlanta, California. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not just take that hour-and-a-half drive, bro? Like I said in my last video, like, why not just rent a party bus for the kids, take an hour-and-a-half drive to San Francisco or like a safer, whatever safer over there in your area. Out the way, completely, far as hell away from the hood. Nobody know where y'all at. Enjoy y'all time all together. Take the kids back home. And when the kids get home safe and sound, if you want to go outside and be in the middle of a war, do that. But the priority should be making sure these kids make it home, gang. And it's 4 kids, 4 kids that didn't make it home. It's 17 other kids or people who got shot that's in the hospital today because, you know, because of some shit that they ain't even do. These kids ain't did nothing to nobody, bro. You feel me? It's some shit that they parents into, or they parents homies, or they uncles into and shit. Like, that ain't fair.
Brent, a spokesperson for the San Joaquin County Sheriff Office. Officials did not immediately release the conditions of those taken into the area hospitals. Early indications suggested this may have been a targeted incident. This is a very active and ongoing investigation. Information remains limited, she said. But she did say that those killed were ages 8, 9, 14, and 21. Unfortunately, this is probably the craziest story that I have ever covered in this channel, with multiple kids dying for this. So it's just nothing but prayers that we could give to this family and this community, because this is insane. And whoever is behind this is probably one of the craziest crash out people that I've ever seen. For sure. Whether it be EBK, whether it be any of the other gangs in this type of situation, or anyone that was beefing with Flyboys or anyone else, man, this is honestly crazy. But let me know your thoughts on this real safe.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.